Bear with me for my bad recording setup, aka my phone in front of my TV. But I didn't really feel like figuring out how to record for the Wii U. I'll be basically obtaining dragon parts in Breath of the Wild and showing you how to do so. First things you'll want are these 3 shrines. The first shrine is down in the Farron area, near the Farron Woods. There's the Floria Falls and Floria Bridge. And just southwest of that, there's a lakeside stable. And the shrine that you'll want is the Sheuto Shrine. So, next shrine that you'll need is up in near the Hebra area, near this big ravine. It's just south of that, near the Tabantha Great Bridge. There's a stable right there, and just south of it is the Shayloya Shrine. And lastly, for the last dragon, you'll want to actually first make sure you unlock the dragon by doing the quest on top of Mount Lanayru, the Spring of Wisdom. But the shrine you'll want is in this little water area. It looks kind of like panties. But the Dao Nea Shrine is the one you'll want. It's behind a waterfall. But after you have all those, the other things that I'd highly recommend having are the climbing gear set, and make sure they're level 2 so you get the climbing bonus when you're jumping. And then the other one is the stealth tights, the stealth gear, Chica gear. It just, when it's level 2, gives you a speed run bonus at night, and all this is going to be done at night anyways, so it's just nice to speed up your farming runs. And my camera is moving. So, other thing I kind of like having is the snow quill gear that you get in the Rito area. If you level it up to level 2, it gives you unfreezable, which just helps with the Naydra. And then also the Thunder Helm is kind of nice for when you're doing Farosh, just because if you get hit by lightning, it knocks you down. So, knowing that, equip your stealth Sheikah gear and spawn down at the Shayuta Shrine to start. Now run north to the stable, and there's a cooking pot campfire. And for whatever reason, every time you do the run, I always spawn at night, but Farosh doesn't spawn the first night for whatever reason, so I basically spawn, run up to these rocks, and then run back. You could run up and check, oh wow, she spawned this time. Sometimes she doesn't spawn, so you just run back, spawn at night again, and it works. Never had it not work the second time. Always doesn't happen the first time for me, for whatever reason. This time it worked, so she'll come down. Once she gets down to this bottom waterfall, she'll dip her head up once, down once, up one more time, and then as she's dipping it down the second time, usually equip my Thunder Helm, and then right when she puts her head down, I'll jump. You just want to try to get to her before she gets to a certain point so she doesn't shoot her stuff too far. So as she's dipping her head down the first time, that's when I like to shoot her. And then she'll dip over to the left. This is where she usually launches over here. So if you get it quick enough, she'll launch it right there. And it's the best spot for it, because you don't have to go very far. Right after you get it, spawn your map so enemies don't hurt you. And then that's when we'll be spawning at the next one, the Shayloya Shrine. Come on, phone. Oh, fail. Epic fail. As you can see, I don't have a trap or anything close to it. Literally the worst setup. ever. But it works. So after this, put your full Sheikah gear on because you'll be running. Run off the edge. I like to run to the left of this small pillar. And then line up with the next pillar. Just makes the line of running straight to the dragon. A little less time. So you can farm quicker. Line up with these rocks. Don't do that. Keep running. You might see a flash of her horn. Yeah, see. Keep running all the way to the rock edge. After you get to the edge, I kind of like to wait until she's a little closer to this windmill so she doesn't shoot it way the hell back there. When she's pretty close to it, jump, go left. And when you're close enough, just drop. Open up your arrow and shoot. And then back up a little bit so you don't get flames. Yeah, if you're lucky, she'll drop it like right below or like a little bit in front of her. And then spawn your map and spawn to the next one, the botw shrine. Now with Naydra, sometimes the area is raining and it's almost near impossible to climb this first rock. So I highly recommend just skip Naydra if it's raining. Go back to Farosh. Shouldn't be a big problem. Dragon parts are dragon parts unless you really need Naydra. Okay, and for this one you'll want to equip your climbing gear. Run to the edge. Try to jump as close to the edge as possible. Make sure you have full energy when you're doing this. Jump right to the edge and you should cling to the wall if you're lucky. Just jump diagonally for a while. Look up, there's this little area right here that you can rest. And then just get energy, jump back up. Get to this edge and start jumping straight up. Oh no, it's raining. See what I'm telling you, man? It's fucking bullshit. Now when you're climbing when it's raining, you can do a thing where you basically have 5 grasps of your hand and then you jump and then you just keep doing that. That way if you're slipping, you still can climb upward and you don't just keep slipping. But like I said, this one's super hard to climb when it's raining, so I highly recommend just skipping it. Just equip your Sheikah gear because you're going to be running for a while. And see how she spawns at the top of Mount Lanaroo, Mount Lanaroo. Keep running. I like to run past all this grass and then it starts turning a rock and that's when I'll climb. But right now it's raining so I probably won't even climb. You'll have to. You'll get the wind picked up and you can just fly to her. So once you're at the end of these, I usually like to climb a little bit, but since it's raining, it's going to be a pain. This bat's probably going to get me. Okay. This is when I equip my snow clothes gear so that if I do get frozen, I don't drop to my depths. Drop to the depths and die. So fly left, get pretty close, and then shoot her wherever you want. And right after you shoot her, start flying again, she'll launch it. Damn it, she launched it the far distance. Sometimes she'll just launch it right at these rocks right here. And it's like the best because you basically are already there. If you don't get her quick enough, thanks to that bat, it'll launch all the way over here or in the water. Most of the time just at that one exact spot. But it shouldn't matter. As long as you're still in the air, you fly all the way over here. It's pretty easy. I swear it always rains when I come here. Okay, so that's the whole set. Now, if you do it quick enough, you can get 5. So I always spawn back at the Shea Uta Shrine. It's the fastest one. At least I think it is. But I just like to do the cycle again. You won't get Naydra twice unless you maybe just focus on getting her twice, but she takes the longest to get to. So before morning, you probably won't get her again. Equip your Sheikah gear, because now, since you spawned here, she's actually going to spawn quicker. Oops, I don't know why it's like that, but she does. You can probably already see her. Maybe not. Yeah, see, she's already out. Oh god, I did not mean to do that. I tend to do that when it matters. So, most likely Ego clan member is going to spawn, and I'm going to have to try to fight him, because he always shoots me with arrows. Yep, see? Gonna get a good weapon. Kill him real quick. I don't want him shooting me. If he shoots you when you're up here, oh damn. That's already time to jump. And you usually get knocked down. So right as she dips her head for the main descent, so I shoot her. And if you're lucky, she shoots it right there. Sweet. That's how you want it. That's how you want it every time. Okay. And lastly, you can get one more of the Dinraal runs. And Dinraal, I think, spawns the latest. I don't really know how it works, but every time I go here last, even if it's like 4:30 a.m. game time, still seems like she spawns. But all the other dragons, for whatever reason, are just don't do it. They don't like it. They don't like the morning. So, equip your stealth gear fully and run straight down. And run towards this pillar. Same old, rinse, repeat. Feel good. I highly recommend getting stamina upgraded to level 3. It's just better than hearts for the most part, running around a lot. Climbing especially. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. Based on which parts you need, you shoot her in different areas, but I think the horns are the best, but I'm not really sure. Still figuring all that out. Okay, I jumped a little early, so maybe she'll shoot it super far back, we'll see. Might be lucky. Nice, right below me. That's how you want it. As close as possible. And that's it. That's all it is. That's all it is to it. Pretty easy.